Hey guys, what is up? I am Devildriven. It's Monday. It's Ladder Leverage Day. We got someone new to the channel, but you guys all know him, Mr. Spiro. How you doing today, sir?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good. So we're playing some Syndicate today. We had some good games with it. No spoilers, but you've been having a lot of success with this on your stream. So let's go through the cards.
Yeah, it's been doing pretty well lately.
The Tiger's Eye is really great on blue coin. Do you think this deck is favored on blue coin? Well, depending on the match, it helps you on blue coin, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. Syndicate's the kind of deck that generally does not like going first, and I think that's still the case. Like going first because you have to play a lot of very low tempo cards. That, like, I mean, an eavesdrop that might be worth 5 points is still 0 tempo play, so you can very easily lose on even. But the nice thing about Tiger's Eye is it just gets you that boat out very often when you're on blue coin, which gives you a little bit of tempo, so that you hopefully don't have to lose on even. And getting boat out is thinning. It gets you to Horde 9 as well, which also helps with things like Soul. Overall, just works really well in this deck, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely helps out Syndicate for sure. It's a pretty good stratagem. Passiflora now, in order to get this card to work, you have to have fee cards. So what are your fee cards in this? You got the dog?
A lot, actually.
You got the dog?
Yeah, dog. MK is one as well, because she has a fee for the shield. So even MK is one. Corkstein's one. Your Street Urchins are one. Your Sea Jackal is another one. Your Earwolf's another one.
So
quite a lot of
pretty
fee
easy.
cards.
It seemed like when I was playing this deck, I just wasn't drawing these cards, or I had to use them early to get it to go through, or I just didn't have the Passiflora and I drew it later when I didn't have the cards that I needed. But if you can get it rolling and you got something like, say, Ewald or something like that, it's gonna get insane value. He's just going to turn into a big old machine gun with all the coins you're going to generate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Philippa, now, do you try to use her to win round one, or do you try to use her? It depends on the matchup, of course. But
yeah, it depends. These type of things always depend on the matchup. But I use Philippa quite often round one. It's also pretty good if you don't have a spender. She can be like a kind of a spender too. She's really good if you steal an opponent's engine, of course. But otherwise, I mean, you can use her round one, you can use her round two, round three, whenever you feel the time is right. There's no specific time that you need to keep her or use her. I think just whenever you feel the right time, you can go ahead and use it. It's fine.
Yeah, if there's an engine that you don't have an answer for, it's probably best to pull the trigger with Philippa, because it's just, you don't really, other than, like Ewald and your poisons, you don't really have a whole lot of way to deal with engines and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it if it's something small, like say a ranger, you can yoink that, and you have an engine now. So it all depends, but don't be afraid to pull the trigger. But if it seems like they're playing super slow, maybe don't go all in with it. They probably got a good hand, and
unless you want to win an even, that could also be a good argument to play Philippa.
Yeah, because if you can go up a card, or even go for the daily denial of 2-0 in them, because you do have a lot of points.
Yeah,
it once again, it all depends. But Vivaldi Bank, now you can pull this with your leader, correct?
This is a leader. You can, but it's very niche to do that, but you can do it, yeah.
And you get three profit from it, and then from every card from the top you spend coins. So
yeah,
if it's a third
this card is a difficult one to explain.
Yeah, it's like Royal Decree, but with a fee, basically.
Typically you don't want to play this card in round one, because in round one there's going to be a lot more cards in your decks. It's going to be much more inconsistent. Now there might be some situation you want to play it round one or round two, but typically you want to be playing in round three, because it's going to be much more consistent in round three. Round one, like I said, too many cards in your deck. It's going to be very hard to find specific ones. But basically the way I look at it is you get 3 coins, and then however many coins you have in total is how many cards into your deck you can see. And if you want to take, let's say, the 5th card in your deck, you're going to have to spend 4 coins to take the 5th card. If you want to take the 6th card in your deck, you're going to have to spend 5 coins to take that card. So however many cards deep in your deck is how many coins going to cost you to get that card, basically.
Then we got the
+1 or -1.
Yeah. Then we got the Louisa. You know, if you're in the later rounds, you want to play Louisa if you have crimes in hand, so you get the bonus value out of her. Correct? That's the best way to go about it.
Yeah. Or another way is you can use the threat and reach. So if you're ever getting blade in round 2 and you can ever play Louisa and get ahead, that's great for you, because then if your opponent ever plays a big temper play, you always have that Savona that's ready to go for a 17-point swing +2 coins whenever you want. So it's a really good reach card. You play the Louisa and you just threaten 17 points of reach that you can always catch up with if you have the Savona in hand, which is quite nice.
Right. Yeah, it's
a very good finisher too.
Yeah, she's just a really good card. And then, as you mentioned, you know, you got Savalo for the tribute, you got Graydon for the tribute. Are there any other like tributes? Really, not really. Huh?
They are with Azar, but you probably don't want to use it on that. But
yeah,
Azar's the only other one.
Yeah. So I was like, I like seeing this card around MK. So you know, you could protect her pretty well with Azar. And then also, too, as Spiro explained to it, you always want to play MK all the way to the left if you plan on playing Saul, because the point generation goes from left to right. So MK is going to give you the coins first. That might put you to, say, 6, you know, those 2 coins. So then he gets an extra, you know, point from the horde generation. Or it might jump you all the way up to 9, and then you get 3 points. So keep that in mind when you're playing this and Saul, because you know, every little point matters, you know, to get where you want to get to. So, really good trick there. Azar, as we mentioned, you almost always pay the tribute, but there are times where you don't.
Actually,
because I heard somebody arguing about this, and I wanted your opinion on it. So.
I honestly, I find it's like 50-50. It might actually be less than 50% of the time that I pay the tribute. So if you think your opponent has efficient ways to deal with it, so let's say something like Lambert or Avalach, or some kind of damage that's very, very easy for them to do, you don't pay the tribute. You pay the tribute in matchups where you think your opponent's going to have a difficult time dealing with it. So decks have a difficult time dealing with it will be like sometimes Nilfgaard decks can struggle dealing with it. Skellige can sometimes have a difficult time dealing with it. Monsters can also have a difficult time dealing with it. When you think your opponent's deck is very, very proactive and don't have a whole lot of good answers, that's when you use the tribute. Otherwise, if you think your opponent's got a lot of damage and a lot of efficient removal, that when you decline the tribute.
Yeah.
And rather take the coins.
I think the perfect example that you gave was Falibor. If you're going up against Northern Realms, it's just gonna give them an extra Falibor target. Exactly. So just let them hit that and keep the coins. Graydon. Exactly.
This is the big finisher card.
Yeah, and
big payoff card.
You always got to keep those slanders out, especially too in a world where there's Mata, where it could pull one of these slanders and it might end up bricking, you know. So you always want to keep the slanders out of hand if possible. But yeah, he's the home run.
Might I just add, the only reason this leader ability is even played is because of Graydon. This leader ability, Wildcard, is actually a very bad leader ability. But when combined with Graydon, it actually becomes a pretty insane leader ability. Yeah. That's pretty much the reason why Wildcard is actually run. Like, Graydon is the big payoff card that makes it worth it.
Yeah, it's a huge finisher, especially in matchups where there's things like Oak, and you're just they're hitting you for their Oak, but you're taking their Oak and getting their points, and they're taking their points, so it's just a huge flipping the points there real quick.
Now, for sure, especially for spend the coins.
One really cool trick. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but this is very relevant. If you carry over 4 coins and you have eavesdrop, you can either A, get out your boat and pass without playing a unit, which is really great, or vice versa. If you already got the boat out in round 1, you could play the eavesdrop and get the boat out again, and once again not play a unit or a spender. Sometimes that might be your weakest card is one of the spenders, and you don't want to do that. So that's a neat little trick there. I thought that was really good. Now Ewald, it hasn't been we didn't run into it, but say if you run up against say elves and you have Bersodi, when do you pull the trigger on them? Do you wait to get a big bounty going, or do you just try to kill as many elves as possible?
It depends. One nice thing you could do sometimes, you play the Passiflora first, and then you play Ewald, and then immediately, because of the fee, it triggers the Passiflora to give you a crime, which gives you more coins, and you can play Earwald like that. But it depends. You got to find the moment when it's right. Typically, ideal world, you play Earwald when you have let's say 6 coins in the bank. You play the Earwald, and you get 8 coins, and you try kill like 2 engines in 1 turn with Earwald. That's an ideal world. Now, that's actually going to happen very infrequently, I guess you could say, but that's the ideal situation. Just try kill as many threats as you can before your opponent can deal with the Earwald. So you play the Earwald, you kill a whole bunch of, I don't know, elves or Dryad fledglings, or I don't know, machine engines from Northern Realms or whatever, and then if he dies after that, that's fine. He did his job, and that's good enough.
Yeah, sometimes it makes him awkward too, because like something you want to kill is like an odd number, and you get like you're wasting 1 damage. Sometimes he's just really, really awkward. Now the Hound, the Hound is. Do you feel like you need to use this card to push round 1, or do you save it for round 2 and hide it behind an Azar?
The same. I think I'll treat this card the same as Philippa. It's pretty much when the moment feels right. When you're like, it's not a big important card. You can kind of play it whenever. It's not like it's a super important card in this deck. It's not like a Graydon you really want to keep for the end. Azar you probably want to keep for when it's more important. Earwald kind of also want to keep. Madame Savola, those are kind of cards you want to really hold on to. The Diameter Hound you can kind of just play whenever you really feel like. It's not such an important card to hold on to, but it's still a nice card. So don't just throw it away for no reason. But at the same time, don't be too greedy with it. Don't think it's like a win condition that you have to hold on to. You can play it kind of whenever you feel the right time.
Right. Kalkstein, Masquerade Ball is everywhere. So this card's actually really, really good. +2, it's a fee card, so it does proc your Passiflora. Worst case scenario is 5 points. But like you said, Purify is really strong.
Worst case scenario. No. Worst case scenario, 7 points.
Because of the profit.
It's still giving you 2 coins.
Yeah. Profit.
But it's not bad at all.
Yeah, he's really good right now. There's just a lot of, poison going around. Saul, as we mentioned, always play MK to the far left if you got this in hand. And it's just a nice engine, especially if you can get it to sit behind, the scarabs. It's one of those things where if they can't deal with the defenders, then it's going to be a tough time for them. Only 1 eavesdrop. It's just a nice way to correct your hand, or as we mentioned, if you got 4 coins, it can help you get out the boat. And then slanders, we mentioned, try not to have these in hand because it might make your leaders or your Graydon super awkward, especially with people running Purifies all over the place too. Even if you do run up against Nilfgaard, they do have the Cupbearer to purify that Graydon. So if you try to be greedy and slander and then play Graydon, it's probably not going to work out for you unless they already have, if you do get like their quote unquote, purifier, like say Gremist, then they're kind of screwed. But Fizztex, just a nice way to play like uninteractive. +2, they pair up with the Hounds. The Assault, does the 6 damage really ever come into play?
Sometimes. It's just kind of like sometimes you look at this card. The way I look at this card is like a 20 Just that sometimes is 6 damage. It's like a 20 Just that's sometimes a Parasite. That's the kind of way I look at it. Like if you have it in round 1, let's say a opponent plays a Magnet Division or some kind of engine, you just kill it, then it's like a 20 Just. Sometimes you have double Salamanders on the board, like a Zar and a Scarab counter Salamanders. Savolo and the Frightener counter Salamanders. Sometimes you have the 2 Salamanders, and then you can just play it as a Parasite, which is okay. But otherwise, it's just there for some removal.
And then the Sea Jackals and the Sea Urchins, these are your profit cards. They're not your profit cards, your spenders. Your big spenders. So, if you don't draw these and you have just a bunch of cards, it's going to be a rough time for you. So
I think you should put a warning at this point. Don't be too trigger happy with Sea Jackals and Urchins, because if your opponent has some kind of tall punish like a Baron or something, you don't want to be having like a 20-point Sea Jackal that's going to get Baron for like 1,000,000 points. So use it wisely, because you don't want to be too trigger happy on it.
Yeah, and if you can, if you do have like, a couple spenders, if you do have like Ewald and Sea Jackal on, use the horde ability when you can, and then use the rest with Bersodi
exactly.
or the sea urchins. So like you said, you don't get nuked for a 20-point bloody baron or poison or something like that. So but yeah, really fun deck. Mr. Spiro, twitch.tv/Spiro ZA, correct? _ZA or just Spiro ZA?
Yeah, _ZA.
ZA. If you don't make it all the way to the end of the video, check him out. His stream usually starts pretty much every day, right? I mean, unless you have some issues with the power or whatever. I feel bad for you, man. I never heard of no shit like that until I see you ranting about
it's quite often.
But twitch.tv/Spiro_ZA. I'll link his YouTube on there as well. He already has a video up for this. So if you want even more explanation for the Syndicate friends, definitely check that out. He goes into even more detail. So once again, thank you, sir, for coming through and playing some games.
No problem.
And here's a couple games, guys. Once again, check out teamleviathangaming.com/meta. We will see you guys at the end.
Screens, but I've had a lot of problems trying to find opponents. Ooh, this match is very interesting as well. Azar is very, very important. Azar carries this matchup pretty hard, so we really want to make sure we use Azar to the best of our ability. What coin do we have? We have a red coin, okay?
Yep.
So, okay, this is gonna be an interesting game. This game is actually quite an interesting one. So, where's your hand? Okay, there it is. You kick the Slander. Got a lot of spenders in hand. Way too many spenders. I think you kick also one of the urchins too. So it's Slander and Urchin, I think.
So, if this is the Asir shenanigans, Thirsty Dame, looks like it.
A taste of Northling, is it?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Asir scenario poison.
Do we go non-interactive and just fist tech that?
Yeah, definitely. You just fist tech that, and then you fist tech. You got a lot of points. So that will always die, which is really good for you. Try to get to Horde 9 if you can this round, and it'll be pretty good.
Whoa. So it's not what we thought it was. It's similar, but
it still probably is. All right. No tactics hand. Okay, so now you just play the.
Hound.
Yeah, you just play the Hound. I think. Yeah.
Because he could still purify that, right?
Yeah, you can still purify it if you put another bounty on it.
He plays the Cupbearer. That's kind of expensive though for round 1, right?
Do you play Cupbearer to poison the Hound?
No, to purify on the.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So let's think about this. How do we get to Horde 9?
This gets us a 7.
You can play. Yeah. He might just. I think what we might just end up doing is what you can do is you can play the Urchin, get to Horde 7, spend 1 coin with it, so you go to 6, and then you play a Slander onto his
You do the Emperor.
Yeah, you play Slander onto his 4. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so this is the line, right? You play the Urchin, you click once. You only click once.
Split them up, or
no, you click one exactly. Oh yeah, put it on the front row so you can't rot you. Put it on a different row. You click once with it. Yeah, you spend 1, so you go to 6. Then you play a Slander onto his Venendal Elite, and then you play Assault to kill the Venendal Elite.
Well, we put it on the Glynis, wouldn't we?
No, because we can't kill Glynis.
Oh, I got you. Ooh. He's getting coins.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong. How many sweet could I get for
that was actually pretty good for him. So we're still doing the Slander on the Venendal?
Yeah. For sure, yeah. You go Slander now on the Venendal Elite. And then you spend 4 coins. No, don't spend anything actually. No, don't spend anything actually.
We want the boat to come out, right?
Yeah. Next turn you'll spend coins though to empty out your bank, so when you play the assault you don't overprofit.
He swears is the Redanian though, right? Locke doesn't do anything for him.
I normally don't play Swears, but maybe he does.
26 points. How do we get there? We don't, right?
Well, we can go to 2 cards down if we want to. No, it's fine. We can just go 2 cards down. Then we just don't beat round 2. So what you do now is you play the Jackal, you spend twice, then you play Assault.
Play the Jackal. Spend twice.
Yeah.
Go here, huh?
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
So if he passes here, we play the Assault and just spend a couple, right?
Precisely.
Ooh.
What does he do?
Drinking can be hazardous
He
to your
poisoned
health.
the Sea Jackal.
That's fine. I mean, if it dies, we just pass. So now you just play your Assault anyway, because it gives you carryover. If it dies, oh well. So you play the Assault, you don't spend anything though, just play the Assault, and then see what he does. Kill the Slander dog.
Between the shoulders and all's done.
And then we can do the boat trick again with
On the dry pass, if we draw an eavesdrop though.
if eavesdrop.
Yeah, you have to draw eavesdrop for that to work.
So he spent a lot here. I mean, he spent Glynis, he spent Cupbearer, and we're out.
I mean,
right?
they're not huge cards. They're okay. It's okay for him, I guess. But yeah, now we have to pass. We're down way too many points. We have to get out now.
The Roach is an interesting choice. Now, I wonder if that's a secondary target for a Seer.
It is, yeah. Yeah, precisely. And it also gives you a bit more tempo in round 1. Sometimes they value the tempo to potentially win on even. MK is nice. Slander, okay, you have to mulligan that Slander. That Slander is the only one left in deck. You cannot draw that Slander. That Slander has to go. Now, one way this can go very, very badly for you. Okay, kick the poison dog. One way this goes really badly for you, if he plays Matter and draws out that Slander, you're going to be really sad. Oh, okay, we got one big problem. We have no spenders. That's a very big problem. Oh boy. Okay, so you've got no spenders in hand. That is a very big problem, actually. That is a very, very big problem.
So we
That's
have.
unlucky.
So we have to go
Yeah,
Czar, right, to protect it. Anything we play, because we got to get. MK doesn't really do
I
anything.
just want to see what he does first.
He went ball.
Okay. Oh, this is so bad. We don't have any spenders. It's really bad that we don't have a spender. But yeah, you do go Azar now. Put it back row. And use the tribute. Oh boy, no spenders in hand. That's really, really bad for you. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Didn't draw any spenders. That's a big problem. That's the thing about Syndicate is if you sometimes just don't have any spenders, like a lot of your cards are just crippled.
So he.
I mean, we might build. If he can't deal the Scarab, we might be okay. It's just hopefully he can't deal with it.
So he plays his own Scarab. Did we get the dog
Okay.
down or we get MK down?
I think you get the MK down because your dog is gonna die anyway to poisons or whatever. So MK, at least if it dies, it's giving you coins, whereas that you can use for Sal or whatever. So get the MK down now.
Way over here, right?
And
All the way to the left.
yeah, but you can put it there, sure. And then make sure you put Sal on the right of MK, not directly on the right of MK, but on the right, not directly on the right because it gives him a good roll cost. But put Sal on the far right of the board, I guess.
Right.
Far bottom right should be fine.
So he bleeds.
Okay, I mean he's doing it. This is very inefficient win, which is good for us.
Captured this time.
But yeah, your hand without any spenders is really, really unfortunate. But we'll see how it goes.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. He, like I said, Azar's a really important card in this matchup. They have no good way to deal with it. This is how he's dealing with it. He's got another way.
Wow.
We might in some universe have to go like leader into a bank to find a spender. Not now, but sometime maybe. Okay, so
we
play the
just play
Sal
the
now.
dog, huh?
No, play the Sal. Play the Sal. It's also the same as play the Sal now.
Over here.
bottom right, yeah.
We share the profits, not the work.
Joaquin. Into what? Cobra.
I shall flog them into submission.
A seer. Well, that's good. His he can't renew his ball, so he plays the roach.
Yeah. That's also a really good gradient target for us this year now. 14 points of 6 base strength is a really, really good gradient. So we've got like an out to this round, which is nice. So I think you play the dog now. You can put whatever row, doesn't matter. Just put it wherever you want. And then that's fine. If he passes here, you just take with Savola.
We get the boat out, which is cool.
Yeah. And you're getting Ward 9, which is also quite nice for Soul.
15 points.
I mean, you're getting like 5 a turn passively.
What do you steal?
Location onto what?
20.
Sal? Okay. So I think you're gonna have to play the Savola now because you've got another coin generation. I think before you spend
Give the hound one, or put a shield on here.
If you put a shield, no, don't put a
you
shield.
don't get the tribute then.
Yeah, you can't use. Yeah, and you can't do it either. Yeah, just play the tribute. It's fine. Just play the Sal and the Savola and just use tribute. You over profit by 2, but it's fine. Whatever.
Take no prisoners! No prisoners!
43.
Unfortunately, passes here. You're gonna have to play your Graydon, which feels pretty bad. But he doesn't pass here. We play Graydon anyway, I think.
Do we? Oh, it goes up what 2?
You can play the you can play the wait. Does it? You get 2-4. You get 4 points. So Graydon plays for 7. It gets to your head. Just play dead Graydon.
The church. All are free to convert.
Does it?
Yes, does. And now you end your turn, then you pass.
Oh yeah, because of the next turn. I got you.
Yeah.
So we carry over 3 and we keep our leader, but we might end up with a bunch of crimes.
I mean, leader. Leader can be poison, which is fine. You can play leader and poison the same turn. You lose the Graydon, which is a bit sad, but leader can still be useful on poison. Do we have any other fist decks in deck? I can't remember. Just check the deck. Okay, that Slander's terrible. Get rid of the Slander. Jeez, you need to find a spender. Oh god. So okay, you mulligan away
Slander,
the.
right?
Yeah, you mulligan the Slander, and then probably mulligan the fist deck too. Because you want to pull the fist deck with leader ability. Yeah, mulligan the fist deck.
So we just play the Passiflora
Okay, you
outright.
got. Yeah. Exactly. Hopefully no Bomb Heaver. He's already played the Invocation, so that's you can play the Passiflora, yeah.
For little old me.
And we can play Ebald on the other side if he's a Rot Tosser friend, which is nice. Oh shit, there's the Slander. But that's not bad because we got Ewald. Right?
Yeah, no. Yeah, you could lead it. You drop it.
To one another.
Okay.
And then okay, that's fine. That's good. That's actually really good for you. So now you just play the Urchin, and then play the Urchin. You'll get a Swindle, which is nice. You could go leader for a Slander and still play Ewald, so you can still play leader Slander potentially. But yeah, play the Urchin here, and then let me just see how much coins you get.
Max coins, so we don't spend nothing, so we can get the boat out.
Right, no, you do. Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Sure. And then next turn you're going to spend 5 times with the Urchin, so that when you play Ewald, no, you have to spend more than 5. Actually, you have to spend 7 times with the Urchin.
We steal that though, right?
Yeah. You fill up with that definitely fill up with that. Absolutely.
And then we can double poison with our leader.
Or yeah, maybe it depends what we'll see. Play the Philippa for now, then we'll see what he does.
You do not deserve to live.
That's actually really good. But although our leader's still not bad, because the Sland is also pretty good with leader ability, because you can play Sland on the with Ewald. But yeah, poison's also not bad too. I guess get you more coins.
So this gets us up to 7. All right. So
Yeah, I think we're fine. I think this is just easy win. Vincent, that doesn't really matter. I guess you can Vincent the morale. Okay, that's fine. You can play leader for a Slander still. It's not the end of the world. So now Spencer. Okay, how much coins you got? 4, right?
4. Yeah.
So we're gonna get 5. What's left in deck? I'll just check the deck quickly.
Kalkstein, Madam, Sea Jackal.
Okay, let's go for Corkstein now. Let's try let's play the bank and try to get the Corkstein. Actually, before we play the bank, wait, Tommy didn't do it yet.
Nope.
Okay, good. I just want to see how many coins.
4 coins.
So Corkstein, yeah, spend not 4. Spend twice. Twice should be good enough. And then play the bank. Sort of empty the bank out because otherwise you're going to overprofit when you get Corkstein. Depends on where the Corkstein is in the
He's
deck.
third.
Okay, take the Corkstein, purify the poison.
3 ounces of Optimator, a drop of mercury solution.
And this will get you a eavesdrop as well, which is nice. Okay, get rid of the first deck.
Very
And then the
cool.
boat will come.
He
Okay.
conceded. He gave up.
Okay.
All right. Let's try one more.
Manageable too. But overall, this deck has some pretty good matchups. Okay, so Northern Realms. It's probably a drug, so we're gonna have to try be creative with Earwald to make sure we can try kill as many revenants as we can.
Kalkstein really doesn't do anything, but we always mulligan the Slanders.
He's still a 7 at least. Yeah, you could probably mulligan away a Slander, especially because you don't have Earwald in hand. So definitely mulligan a Slander first.
And then Assault or Fist Tap. Or Kalkstein.
Okay, so I think you mulligan away actually the Sea Jackal. And the reason being is you already have a spender. You don't want to have too many spenders. I think you kick the Sea Jackal for now. You can use the Assault still. You can the first deck is whatever. I guess it gets you some profit. We want to try get out the Flying Redain this round. That would be ideal. Get to Horde 9 if we can. I think you just Assault that, unless he obviously uses strategy. But otherwise, I think you might just Assault that.
So you just Assault?
Yeah, I think you just Assault that.
To a lad like that, I can hit from 100 paces off. 200.
But
Pinsir's
yeah,
just
so you want to try to get the...
It's just always scary
Yeah,
when you see it. It's like, oh shit. So it's for sure Drow. You don't run.
Probably most decks not as running Jug. I think you try to be uninteractive for now. I think you just play the first deck, even though it's not going to do much. I think you just play the first deck, yeah, just to get the Horde 4. Be uninteractive for now, be annoying for him.
Yeah.
And then now to get to Horde 9 is a bit tricky because we're going to play the Street Urchin, but it might die too.
Oh, it's gonna die.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunate.
just trying to think, do we have any other spenders? Because if it does die, it's a slight problem. It's our only spender. This is actually a bit of an awkward position.
Just play the
I
Kalkstein?
guess. Yeah, you can play the Corkstein for now. Maybe use his damage on the Corkstein instead. If you can get the damage on the Corkstein, we're pretty happy because in the Street Urchin, if we can play the Street Urchin and actually survive and get the boat out, we're pretty happy. Then we should be able to win round 1. So play the Corkstein now. Hopefully he wastes his damage on it.
3 ounces
we'll
of
see.
Optimator, a drop of mercury solution.
Because yeah, you really want to get the Flying Redain out. But to get the Flying Redain out means you can't spend with the Street Urchin. If you can't spend with the Street Urchin, it means you can very easily die. So hopefully use the damage now to get the damage or kill Corkstein. And then you're probably okay if he does. Yeah, this is looking very much like a drug deck.
Yeah, it's straight off the teamofithegaming.com website. So we just
Damn. I think what you can do. Thing is, this is gonna die. I think what you might just be able to do now is just play the Sal. Actually, just play the Sal, get it going. Put it in the back. Put it in the back row. The reason why you put it on the back row is in case you want to put MK on this round. You want to always have Sal on the back row, typically speaking, because if
you
Bruce
play it to the right of it, or what?
you play it on the right of MK. So when MK gets coins, it buffs up the Sal accordingly. So you always play, if you can, not always, obviously there might be some kind of row punish or something you're playing around, but typically you play Sal back row.
So he's gonna dump his Philippa right now.
I mean, if he plays Philippa, you're happy. That's a very good card out. I think if he plays Philippa, yeah, you're pretty happy with that. That's not an incredible Philippa. I think you'll be more than happy to see that up now. I just want to use that 2 damage on his Carabalista so that you can play the
Ballista.
the Street Edition.
So he kills the Kalkstein.
Yeah,
There we
doesn't
go.
really matter.
But this hits for 2, so it dies.
This is actually really awkward.
So we play the MK,
So I was thinking,
but then
yeah,
how
the
do
problem
we
is you play.
get
The
ahead?
problem with playing MK, the problem with playing MK is that, well, the way you get ahead was with this tribute Savola, but the problem with playing MK now is then you play the Urchin. And I think you just play the Urchin for now, and just if he kills it, and then you might just pass. But let's get the thinning down and get the Ward 9. I think we just get the thinning at least, and then we'll see.
Yeah, it seems like it's way harder to get the boat out on Red Point. Like, it's just,
Yeah, well,
it depends
is
on your hand too. If you got the
yeah.
the crimes, we
If
just
you got
didn't
the
have
crimes, yeah. Maybe it doesn't kill the Urchin for some reason. Never mind. Yeah, I expected as much. So okay, that's an interesting card. That might be Rodea, I think.
I killed for less.
Now we don't have a way. Okay, let's do some math here. So if hypothetically we play the Savola, we over profit by 2, but it plays for 17. 17 puts us at 27. No, actually, what was I saying? Sorry. 17 gets us. It actually gets us ahead. The question is, do we want to play it now? I don't really think we do want. I mean, we do get the Horde 9, but if we don't play, this is awkward. I think we just pass it. I think we just take the coins and get out. I think just take the 4 coins and carry them and get out. Okay.
It seems. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the Redea. The Redea.
Drog, yeah. So the way you deal with Drog is with Earwald, you can do something like play Earwald with Passiflora and potentially kill a bunch of the humans, but we'll see. We got to try to kill humans later. So I guess what you can do here is don't mulligan the eavesdrop. What you can do with eavesdrop, if he dry passes, you can play eavesdrop and then it gets boat out, and then you're happy with that. So mulligan the actually don't mulligan slander because you want to put that at the bottom of the deck with the eavesdrop. I think.
Should we just keep
Honestly,
it,
I think you just keep this hand because I think you want to put the slant at the bottom of the deck because you don't want to draw into it later. So I think you keep this, and if he does dry pass, you just take away the eavesdrop
Yeah, that's a pretty neat little trick.
because then the boat will come out, and then you don't actually have to play any cards.
It seems
Some
like
coins
he's in
carry.
it to win it, though.
Could be. I mean, I think pushing here makes some sense. He should push, I think.
So if he does play a card, we just start out Louisa. Oh shit! Leader. So he's a
Why?
caretaker. Can you fit caretaker? Well, he didn't play shit, so we don't really know.
Oh boy. I mean, if it is caretaker, it's Dahlia. Okay, so he's set the drag. Okay, so he's gonna go all in. The problem with this hand is don't have Earwolf. That's a big problem. That's a really big problem. There might be a universe you don't mulligan this slander now that I think about it. I think you play the eavesdrop, see what you get with eavesdrop, and then we'll decide from there. But there might be a universe we don't kick the eavesdrop. I just want to see what we draw with it. I mean, kick the standard. Let's just play the eavesdrop, see what we get. This is a bit threatening though.
Ooh, that's good.
Just between us.
Thanks, good. Okay, now I think you can kick the slander then. Okay.
And we get a boat.
That gets
So we're only
both
15 down. He plays the Drow. He gets 5.
Okay, so he plays Drog early. I think you play the Jackal and you spend twice. You spend twice to open up space for bank, because I think we want to go. I think we want to go bank for Earwald soon. Put in the. Put in the front row. You want to spread your rows out because of Sabrina.
Oh, be ashamed to let this
Twice,
bounty
right?
go to waste.
Yeah.
And they run Baron too, so he could actually kill this Spender.
Yeah, no. If he kills Spender, it's fine. We got bank for another Spender. I'm hoping that bank gets us Earwald. Yeah, this puts us in a bit of a dangerous position. We do have the Madame Savola. That gets a lot of reach with that. I don't know why you would kill that boat. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you kill that boat? It's gonna come back.
Yeah, it just comes right back.
Yeah, I don't know why you killed that boat. That's a bit weird.
Kedwinnie Cavalry.
That's really weird. Okay, so I think now you roll the bank. So if you either want Earwald or Philip, I think. So play the bank. Okay, Earwald's on top. That's fantastic. Take the Earwald. Yeah, you take the Earwald and try to kill as many active Revenants as you can. I can't exactly see the numbers because it's a bit blurry for me, but just
We got max coins, so we just killed this.
kill whatever Revenants are alive. And then after, yeah, okay, kill last revenant. Sure, you kill 2 revenants is really good for you. And I mean, he doesn't have a lead ability. We have a lot of reach with Madame Savola, which is nice. I think next we're gonna probably play the MK. You might consider playing the Azar first to try to protect the MK. But we'll see.
Now, what if he passes here?
I mean, if he passes, we might just go leader grade and we'll see.
I was gonna say that's the only way we get there. He loses 7. He goes down to 19. Actually, well, we get it.
I mean, it's a very. I don't think the pass.
Oh, he gets to carry. He gets the 3 with. Oh, it lived.
Okay, you know what? Actually, just play the MK now. Honestly, get the coins going at MK. Just play the MK. Should be fine. We'll see what we get later. We need to get the engine going quickly. Pull up Hazard means it's much harder for him to kill it. He might just play like a Vincent, but if he plays Vincent, then he can't kill Savola. You can't deal with Savola.
Yeah, that would be kind of good for us, right?
I mean, he still kills MK.
We don't have a spender. Well, we got this, but
yeah, that's fine though. That's perfect. If that dies though, then that's actually you don't want to kill your
spender.
Your Jackweb. That thing is kind of important actually.
So he passed.
Okay,
so just leader Graydon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go leader Graydon onto the 7. Yeah. But before you play the Graydon, play the Slander first onto it. Let me just see your coins.
We have 8.
Yeah. Okay. So spend once the Jackal, and then play the Graydon Tribute.
Angusta ad Augusta.
Okay.
And just once.
And then yeah. Wait. No. Actually don't. Because the boat's gonna come out. You can pass here, get the coins and carry. The boat will come out.
Oh.
Because you got to 9, so you can just pass.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, you pass.
So we got Luisa Savallo. He does have Vincent though, right? That's.
I mean, that's not that much. It's okay. It still trades up. It's still okay. Don't worry about the Vincent. If he has Vincent, oh well, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Dog's good. Pull up is good.
We have no coins though. Well, how many coins do we have?
No, we can
4.
get coins. You get 2 with Savola. You get 3 with Azar. I think it's fine. You just I think you just keep this hand honestly. There's not much else in deck anyway.
No, Passiflora doesn't do us any good.
Yeah, but I just think you just keep his hand. Well, Passiflora does do us some good, but I think you just keep his hands okay. There's no point trying to find that Passiflora because if you don't find it, you're only gonna make your hand worse if you don't find it. So I think you start off.
Azar?
Yeah, you take the Azar, you decline the tribute, you put it back or decline the tribute. You don't want to use the tribute because it's going to die to. They're just going to die to Caliber. So you decline the tribute. So you decline it. Then next time you play the Doggo, and then when you play Madame Savola, it's going to get you to Horde 9, and then you can play Philippa to spend the coins.
So we can actually end up yoinking a Falibor.
Yeah, would be yes. Or Baron if he plays at Ranger. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we do.
Oh, Ranger. So we yoink that.
Ooh, okay. That I think we yoink out. It means it won't get the Horde 9, but denying that engine is worth it, I think. Take the yoink on that.
You'll suffer the consequences of your foolishness.
And it's got 2 pings.
Yeah, no, it's worth it. It's worth it for sure.
So now he plays Falibor and he goes 3-2. We still got 2 pings.
I mean, it should. Yeah, no, it's definitely okay for you. So then you play the Diameter Han next.
What?
And then you play.
How does he kill it though?
Battles are won.
I would imagine. Don't put anything else back there. Put the Han front row rather.
So now he goes Falibor. Do we? Well, yeah. So we just play the Hound front row?
Yeah, play the Hound front row, because anything else into the back row is probably just going to get hit with Sabrina. No real point. I would imagine he's going to play Falibor, yeah, and hit that and hit that. That should be the line he takes.
Yeah.
And then next, I think you got Madame Savola, and then spend the last.
So
The only downside is that your Sea Jackal is probably gonna get Baron, but yeah, it's fine.
So, yeah, there it is.
The traitors are paid for what they did.
At least we still
So
get the
before-
pings out of it.
Yeah, before the archer does die, use the pings with it now because it might die next turn potentially. So play the Madame and then you use the pings, and then I think you're okay.
You go Louisa or you go Jackal?
Yeah. No, you go Louisa first, then you go Savannah, then you go Jackal. He's got final say, so there's no point trying to play around anything because he always has the final say. So if you try to play around Vincent, he'll always be able to have final say. If he has Baron, he always has final say. So you just go for maximum value here because
Oh,
there's no
he's
point trying
got
to play around
what's his name?
Unsayers, okay, so that's not too bad. I mean, okay. He's got the Unsayers, it's fine. You play the Savola still. He's going to play Unsayers for the Mutate Hound. Hopefully there's not... Okay, so his last two cards are Vincent.
Yeah.
And... I mean, okay, then at least isn't a Baron, so you can't have all of it, at least. So you play the Savola now. And then he's probably going to get your Mutate Hound. He's probably going to get Unsayers, and then his last card's probably Baron, but I think you're fine against that.
Yeah, I mean, we're up 26
Yeah, up a lot,
points, you know? The Baron's pretty huge. I mean, the Baron's pretty huge. He did have the Vincent.
Okay, so that means his last card's either Baron or Unsayers, but that's fine.
Might not like, but you sure as shit.
Okay, so now you play the Jack, you spend all the coins, and then I think you beat anything. Baron or Unsayers should beat all of it.
Yeah, because he has... If it's Baron, he has Ansays. So he kills a 12, but we're still up by, like, at least 15 points. Oh, only 8. But still, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very, very weird round 2 he did. Very aggressive, and then he just kind of bowed out so early.
Yeah, if you jump your leader, I think you got to go all in. I think you just if you're hitting that button on the leader, you got to take him out.
Yeah, that was just...
That's the video for today, guys. Mr. Spiro, thank you for coming through, sir, on the ladder leverage. We'll have to do it again sometime. What times do you stream? You stream like what, noon CEST?
It's 11 a.m. CET to 5 p.m. CET, I believe.
Very good. Yes, one of the most consistent streamers Gwent has, and super, super knowledgeable player, man. I appreciate you coming through. Check him out. Also, too, on his YouTube, I'll have the link to his Twitch and his YouTube. You can learn a lot from this man, so definitely check him out. And definitely check out teamleviathangaming.com/meta. We got some new decks up there, including this one. So if you want to import it, just go there, and the import button there is waiting for you at the meta snapshot. That's the video for today, guys. We'll see you next time.